The boy was shocked to discover the man giving another woman a designer bag was actually his father, who worked at the construction site every day. He nervously tugged on his mother's clothes, quietly asking if that person was his father. The woman was also stunned on the spot. She had also just discovered this usually stingy man was actually a billionaire, but not long ago, this man had been in jail for debt. It was she who took her son to collect scrap to save money to bail him out. At that time, the man had vowed to work hard to make money, to give them a better life. After dinner, the man made an excuse to work overtime at the construction site. As soon as he turned the corner, he took off his worn-out work clothes, revealing a custom-made suit worth millions underneath. At this moment, the man's scheming wife and child walked towards them. It turned out this was all a game. The man had long been married and even had a child. In order to experience the life of the poor, for many years he watched his wife suffer, but never revealed his true identity. At this time, the scheming woman impatiently complained. How much longer would they play this pretend to be poor game? And the man casually said when he had enough fun, it would end. Then he took the scheming woman to attend a banquet. He thought he had played this act flawlessly, but didn't know his wife, in order to help him relieve pressure, was working part-time at this hotel. When the wife saw him buying the scheming woman designer bags, buying the latest school bag for his illegitimate child, thinking of her own son's old patch school bag, her heart ached as if cut by a knife. What was even more cruel was, in order to make this game realistic, even the thugs on the street and the prison experience were all meticulously designed scripts by him. The woman's suffering in his eyes was just entertainment. However, the boy's crying and protecting his mother in the video finally awakened a shred of the man's conscience. He couldn't help but scold the brothers beside him, who were mocking the woman. The scheming woman keenly sensed something was off, probing to ask the man if he had fallen in love with the woman. The man immediately denied it, even saying a poor woman wasn't worthy of his money. These words completely shattered the wife's heart. Dazed and dejected, she accidentally bumped into a guest. The other party forced her to kneel and apologize. In the end, the hotel manager stepped in to mediate. They were still rudely kicked out. The woman hugged her injured son, tears falling like rain. She asked her son if mom and dad split up, who he would go with. The boy softly said he wanted to wait one more day for his dad, because dad had promised to watch his competition. The woman's heart softened and decided to give one last chance. The next day at school, when classmates were mocking the boy's worn-out school bag, the scheming woman suddenly brought her son to show off, saying the man was accompanying them to receive an award. If he didn't want to lose face, he should get lost. So the woman dialed the man's phone. The man was still lying, saying he was working at the construction site. When they saw the family of 3 go on stage to receive the award, the boy also finally despaired, and the woman also contacted the school to handle the transfer procedures, deciding to take her son and leave far away. Then the teacher called the boy's name to come on stage and receive the award, but receive the news of his transfer. Now the man was completely flustered and hurriedly asked the teacher for the reason. The scheming woman happily said, "Now you finally don't have to act anymore." Just as they were handling the transfer procedures, the man frantically called, but it was too late. The woman resolutely signed the transfer application, taking the boy and leaving without looking back, leaving the man full of remorse.